Peace, everyone. God wants me to give a message to his remnant out there. For those of you who are out there and you find yourself basically in this big struggle and you're wondering if God is with you, if you're on the right path, if you're doing the right thing, and the devil is constantly trying to get you to look at your past life, the things that you walked away from, trying to call you back into those worlds, trying to get you to still be a part of certain friend groups or certain relationships, or could even be showing you things about your current relationship that makes you feel as if, did I do the right thing? Am I with the right person? Is God shining on this? Is God smiling on this? I feel with all my heart that what God wants so many of you to know is that, yes, you are on the right path. You are doing the right thing, and that God is going to smile on you. Not only is God smiling on you now, but God is going to bless you. You just have to be faithful. God says, if you're faithful over a few things, that I will make you ruler over many. So right now, God wants you to continue to work. That's your message. He says in his word for you to continue to work while it's daytime, because once it's nighttime, you can't go outside. So in other words, there is coming a time where you won't be able to buy or sell without the mark. So this is why there's such stress and such strenuousness and such, going at it with your work and your due diligence. But also keep in mind that great is your reward in heaven. Right now is a time where God has his people not only working very hard, but God is also testing your heart. And the devil is also testing you too, because the devil is asking God for certain things pertaining to you and swearing up and down to God that he can get you to fall. But your job is to stand in faith and know that if God is before you, who can be against you? And all those things in the world, they're materialistic anyways. Many of you may even be in relationships, or you may not be in a relationship, or you may be tempted to, fornicate or look at other people, or even be in a marriage where here it is, you may find your significant other staring at other people or lusting after other people. But you could also be tempted to do the same thing, to play tit for tat or to try to get them back. But that's a test. The test is not for them. The test is for you, because your blessing is right here. Your blessing is literally at the door. And the reason that God is allowing you to go through what you're going through is because you're going through a Job experience, just like when Job was tested by God and by Satan. You're going through your Job experience right now. But God wants you to endure, because these material things are not going to be here. He specifically stated to me that you're working hard now so you can rest later. You're uncomfortable now so you can be comfortable later. People are so comfortable. Like, you're seeing people, they don't seem like they have a care in the world. They have, it just seems like it's an illusion. Trust me, it's an illusion. And if it's not an illusion and people appear to you that they have a lot of money, they have big fancy houses, they have big fancy cars, the reason that is because they sold their soul for that. They trade that in exchange for their place in heaven. So God wants you to continue to work diligently, to continue to put your trust in him, to continue to put your faith in him, and trust God, because at the end of the day, all those material things, it's not worth it. It's nothing. There's nothing worth your soul, beloved. So keep your eyes on God and know that God also does not want you complaining. He wanted me to tell his people, to remind his people, that when God brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt, so many of them were complaining. That in his word, in the book of Numbers, he talks about, because you were complaining, all those who are 20 years old and older, you're not going to enter into the promised land that I promised your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So I feel very strongly that God is telling me to tell y'all that this also applies to you as well. You have to keep in mind that Yeshua, he didn't even have a bed. Mary didn't even have a bed to give birth to him in. She had to give birth to him in a manger. There was no one to call for help. There are many people sleeping in their cars right now. There are many people who have not had anything to eat for a while. This may be you. I don't know what your story is, but trust me, the grass, it really is not greener on the other side. But God wants me to give a message to his people to tell you to stop complaining. Stop complaining, because you are doing so good, and you have life, you have health, you have air to breathe, you probably ate something, and if you did not eat anything at all, and you're fasting, or maybe you haven't had money to fast or to eat, just be mindful that you're healthy. You have a phone to at least have a, be able to pull up this YouTube video at least to listen to. A lot of people don't even have that. So begin to count the things that you have. Count it all joy when you go through various trials. Count it all joy when you are thrusted into being tempted to play tit for tat or to get. Your job is to keep your eyes on God and to know that God has your back. Don't complain, because remember what I said, that he says that if you are 20 years and older, and it states it in the book of Numbers, that you won't be able to enter into the promised land. God wants to give so many of you the blessings that he has promised for you, but you are prolonging it by your complaining, and the devil is doing everything in his power to get so many of you to reach out to your friends, to complain to them. It's a distraction. He's doing that on purpose. If people around you are being used by Satan even to get you to fall, to get you to go back, and you'd be like, you know what, forget this, it's a test. You're in your Job moment. Just continue to endure, because when you endure, and whatever that the devil stole from you, God promises you that he's going to return that to you 100-fold. All right. So stand on the promises of God. When you have nothing else to stand on, that's all we got is his word. And God is not a God that he can lie. So trust me that God got you. You just got to know it and stand on it. All right. Love you. Be well. Bye.